Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Keep watching if you want to feel better, have more confidence about taking care of your own health without ChatGPT or your favorite influencer or looking for prevention in all the wrong places, aka your doctor's office. Or if you want to feel relieved, you don't have to keep circling the treatment providers, hoping that this time it's going to be going to work. My Back to Best program, which I'm going to talk about today, is a functional medicine. It's functional medicine with a twist. And so in this video, I'm just going to run through my exact framework so you can know if this is a good program for you. So I know you. You are someone that does all the right things. So you may be um, uh, eating all the organic foods, doing the yoga, biohacking, drinking your hydrogen-rich water, going and doing your hyperbaric oxygen chamber, ozone therapy, um, you know, all the things. I've heard it all, even plasma exchange, stem cell, exposome, you name it. You've circled the treatment providers. Yep, every natural path, Cairo, they all know your name. You read health books, and maybe some of you even have health training. So some of you could be fitness instructors or holistic estheticians or wellness professionals, or even have some coach training. You are in the right room. And the thing is, you're feeling overwhelmed, frustrated, your gut brain symptoms are worsening despite all the things that you're doing, or you've been diagnosed with a gut brain disease. Like I mentioned, you could be the yogi that's eating organic and feeling like the bloating and the brain fog and the anxiety, and you're getting a little bit nervous, so you're listening to this video. Cool. Um, Or you could be at it for years and your weight is fluctuating, and then all of a sudden you're limiting your food more and more and nothing is changing. And then you're still feeling like you have even more food allergies. Um, and your wallet is like crying out to you because you keep buying the latest thing from the influencer and you really need some professional help, the real deal. Please keep watching. I beg you. Um, the you the person I spoke to about earlier that has been diagnosed, you may have been to all the treatment providers, okay? The integrative, even the functional providers, okay? And your symptoms are staying put exactly where they are. You may want to keep listening. So I know that you're skeptical, rightly so. And I'm just going to come out and say it. If you were feeling amazing, like you know you should, you would not be listening to me right now. Healthy people aren't looking for health solutions. So please keep, your critical thinking cap on throughout this video, because for the next 10 minutes, I I'm going to explain myself, and I'm a critical thinker. I'd like to think so as well. And so I enjoy your company. Um, if by the end of this video, things are starting to make sense to you, I'm going to invite you to have a call with me and learn more about how I can help customize my Back to Best program for you. So I just want you to know that ahead of time. So, hi, I'm Taylor. I am a clinical counselor trainee, never got licensed, and I'll explain why. um, Turned functional nutritional counselor. That's my why. Um, I really wanted to go back to the foundations and basics and help people get there. And I had no idea, as I was practicing clinical counseling from 2014 to 2020, that this was even a thing. So I'm going to tell you that it's really a dream come true to find the blend of functional, foundational, and natural medicine all in one. Ooh, finally, we have the strength to really roll back some very serious symptoms. Mystery, chronic, autoimmune symptoms. Yeah, those are the ones that I'm talking about. So my story is similar to yours. I'm a highly sensitive person and had weird back stuff growing up. My periods were atrocious and so painful. I tried to keep up with my friends and would binge drink and party even in my 20s. And the next day, I would be a complete wreck. And it did not help living in California's wine country for 15 years. I drank all the good California wine that a good California girl could drink. And by 31, I had an ovarian cyst surgically removed that was the size of a grapefruit. And I started getting into wellness. That was kind of my wake-up call. And then my 40s hit. And it was like, whoa, symptoms started flying out of nowhere, right? I had intestinal methane overgrowth, a type of SIBO, and was on the autoimmune hypothyroid spectrum, and all the bloating, fatigue, cold hands, parasites, big toxic burden. Yep. We're going to talk about that today. So I'm feeling back to my best, and I believe that the body is designed to heal, and mystery autoimmune and chronic issues are not best solved by conventional medicine, but by the things that I'm going to share with you right now. So, I'm going to show you how you can get a stronger immune system, increase your energy, have regular cycles if you're menstruating, less bioidentical hormone replacement therapy, or have more regulating sex hormones if you're postmenopausal, clearer skin, better endurance, pooping daily, waking up rested, less brain fog, having some mood regulation, and improved lab results. So you are going to feel better and have more confidence about being the CEO of your own health and being so relieved that you don't have to keep dialing up your treatment providers, every second looking for the next quick fix and some relief. It's functional medicine with a twist because we now have the strength. Natural medicine has some power behind it. So I'm going to show you now what is included in the Back to Best program. I'm going to give you a sneak peek inside my group detox program. I'm going to let you download the course outline so you can take a look at that. And I'm going to invite you to book a call with me that also has a free clinical assessment and improvement report. So literally, if you don't continue with the program, you get some really cool actionable steps that you can take that actually were really powerful in my work with my mentor teachers. Okay, so here is my Back to Best. So you can listen to some testimonials. We talked about who's this for, but this is what we're gonna get. Okay, so I like to do I have a genes first approach. So I look at your functional genetics before anything. And I've even included this in my health coaching piece as well. That's tier one, this is tier two. So this is for people that have already cleaned up, right? They've done all the things. So if you haven't had your genetics tested, I would do that. And it comes with 10 different reports based on different, it's 103 genes, but different reports because when we look at functional genes, we look at groupings. So for instance, cognition, mood, heart health, um, immune function, methylation. These are all things that are really foundational before we can, and so we can start to customize and personalize your lifestyle and nutritional recommendations that much more specific to you. And then you've had, some of you, maybe not, some of you have already have some basic lab work lying around, and maybe some of you haven't had them reviewed functionally. So it's always part of my program to take a look at um, these really amazing blood labs that are very cheap and inexpensive you can get from your doctor. So your complete blood count, your complete metabolic count, a thyroid. And I look at them not from the pathological range, but a functional range, which is a lot tighter to help you make some functional, nutritional, and lifestyle adjustments. It's like we're tweaking the dial, right? And so, if you haven't had your basic serum labs run in a while, I can absolutely do that for you. In fact, I can get a phlebotomist or a nurse out to your door. And I've had a client say that it was, shoot, the nurse was in and out in 5 minutes, and it was the best, money she spent to not have to go into a LabCorp or a Quest, right? Um, and then I go through, you can choose if you want to do a gut zoomer, which is a microbiome test stool. This I send directly to your door and you boop and you send it back in. And the amount of information that comes back that is so helpful that you may have or have not experienced, please consider microbiome tests if you haven't. If you have a stool test and it's been recent, um, we can look at different functional tests based on your case, like the total toxin test, the total tox burden. Now, again, I'm going to go into my detox course in a minute. This is just kind of a high level overview, but if, for instance, you've tested and you've got mycotoxins in your home, the better test is going to be an antibody test for mold and mycotoxins, and so that's going to look a little different for some people. Okay. If you are local to San Diego, I invite you to Lifetime Water and Wellness in San Diego. We do live blood analysis, and that's part of the program. Again, really helpful to see how your red blood cells are doing under live microscopy. So here, the Back to Best program doesn't just include the functional piece, which is your health history and timeline and your story. So if someone finally listening to your health history and story and mapping out a matrix and looking at your genes and evaluating your blood labs, like that alone is worth $1 million, honestly. So we can, even if that's something that you want, I can make that happen for you. Okay. Um, but you don't want to miss out on the Heal Seal for the Real Deal Gut Detox. And it's a 6-week online group program that has been really successful. And I'm going to show you some of my client photos. But here it looks like this. So it has the course orientation and it has the 6 steps. And so we go through digestion and detox pathways, and we'll go how to test your home for mold and how to eliminate mold from the body, right? And fungus. And that was a key piece to my story was the fungus, okay? Um, Liver, gallbladder, especially after 40, us ladies and men, we need to support our bile acid, and bile salt, and we need to make sure that this nature's detergent is functioning and operating for us and our liver. That's our detox organ. So we give the liver some love in this class. And then parasites, I'm going to show you some client photos, heavy metals, and then we look at your genetics and epigenetic reports, plus a customized supplement that is a single supplement based on your genes. So you can kind of simplify this process. And then I have a bonus for vitality and maintenance all the recommendations to make sure that your gut, after all the detox work, is repaired and sealed. Particularly, this is important if you have any autoimmune issues. So that's what it looks like. And so it includes a 32-page workbook, but this is what it looks like. And so this is some of our client photos. So this is just examples. So when people are, for those of you that want to comb through your poop like me, we've had lots of clients do that. And so liver flukes, this large amalgamous blob came out of from a client. This was rinsed off. Okay. So this came out of her digestion. This was living in her system. And so we learn about biofilms and we learn about how to safely and effectively and gently remove these parasitic worms and all of the different types. So this was from a client. This is mine. This was one of many months. So I had past parasites for 6 months. This was from another client that had lived with 5 dogs and had traveled all over the world. Another client here, another liver fluke, and then another client here showing um, her parasites. Yeah, so fun. Okay, so I'm getting back to the program. So the workbook's included. There's live training. So I have a live training class on Mondays and then a Q&A on Fridays, and these are delivered bi-weekly along with the protocols. And it is so educational and helpful. This is something that's replicatable so that once you have this information, you have lifetime access and you'll be able to just clean up your terrain on a regular basis. That is my hope and goal for you. And you're going to be able to roll back some of these symptoms while cleaning up your terrain. It's going to be dumping the trash, as I like to say. So, and then what's nice is that you have one-on-one sessions. So whether you want the 30 minutes, 12 of them over the course of 6 months to a year, so you have a year to complete the program, um, or 1 hour sessions monthly, however you want it to work. But we get to really fine tune the nutritional and lifestyle and behavior like for you. Like that's the beauty. So you'll have customized protocols that are in your Practice Better account. And this really helps for you to see exactly what you need and record it all so that you can always go back to it and you have it housed digitally and HIPAA compliant. And then you have unlimited use supplement discounts through FullScript and through my other account through Cellcore. So again, once you can start to balance your gut, you can change your health story. And so this is how we do it. We first assess and then we, excuse me, do a deep dive and then we work together. So this is some of the benefits, like I mentioned, that you can have is like reduce medications with your medical provider, of course. That's out of my scope. And improve your lab work. Yes, please. You get to travel, hang out with friends and family, and enjoy life without constantly managing your chronic symptoms. An easy, repeatable path. Stressors never go away, but what about having this customized path for you that you can always follow that can get you back to your best if you ever get off course? Or in the case of me, for me, I just want to be able to stay out of the doctor's office, right? I just want to be able to keep and maintain my health and longevity for the rest of my life by myself. More energy, better endurance, clearer skin, less brain fog. And how about regulating your nervous system so you're friendly to all those wonderful friends, family, colleagues that you hang out with children? Okay, so this is me. And there's some more testimonials all in my website. And so once you click on this link to book, this is what it looks like, is that you'll have 30 minutes with me to complete, and I'm going to send you immediately your clinical assessment. But we can do an online chat. I typically have availability Mondays, Thursdays, or Fridays, but you can pick a time. And then this is how you kind of work through the information. And then I'll send you it immediately. And then we get to talk about how to customize this Back to Best program. So thank you so, so much for listening. I really, truly believe that this program, I have one functional program. And this is it. This is my baby. This is to get you feeling back to your best. And I want this for you. And so please take advantage of all my freebies. And I hope you can come to class and join. So thanks for listening. Talk to you soon.